talk to me about what was that like? Because I'm sure along the way there were bumps in the roads and trials and,
Right.
and what have you, and maybe moments to where you became sick and tired, right?
Right.
I'd just like to learn a bit more about what was that like for you and what it did for you, and how do you feel that your stewardship of staying with it, sticking with it, what it did for your family?
It was certainly a fantastic experience. I still draw from it, each and every day, and still feel amazed and super blessed that I had a run of 35 years with one company, one of the largest companies in the world, and ascended to one of the highest ranking executives in the company. Not just highest ranking African-American executive, I flew by that. This was one of the highest ranking executives in a global business, that's doing, north of $70 billion a year. So I had a big time seat at the table for many, many years, certainly the last third of my career, last 12 years of my career in a C-suite role.
Wow.
I started out again as a campus hire in Baltimore, and I learned early on, this was all about pace setting. And so everything that I learned as a child, everything I learned at Hampton, I now brought into Pepsi. And so now, I talk about this in my book, one of the first sales meetings we had, it's probably 2 months in the job, we're promoting a Diet Pepsi in a big way. Mike Tyson was one of the guys who was promoting it back then, and the big bosses came in, the VPs came in because things weren't going well. So they call all the sales guys in a meeting. We started at 5:30 a.m. every day, so we had like a 5 a.m. sales meeting. And they're going around the room asking guys how the promotion is going, basically, how many racks have you placed to help drive the promotion? And so, they start out, this guy's like 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1. Lewis, 16.
Wow.
16. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. In that meeting, the guy, I'll never forget him, said, well, it looks like there's one vice president sitting in this room right now. Here I'm a 21-year-old, 7-8 weeks on the job.
Wow.
And that moment for me said, you can do this.
Wow.
All I was doing, I was betting on myself. I wasn't worried about, I wasn't paying attention to anybody else's numbers. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on around me. I was in my zone. And my zone was, your job is to go Diet Pepsi. The company's put out a promotion, go for it. My job is to beat the competition, not beat the guys inside. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the competition. So my job was to go out there. And I did it in such ways that by going as fast as I went, because I'm always a pace setter or have a pace setter mindset, what it did for me is says, you can make magic happen in this company. Wow. If something like this happened where you're sitting around 15, 20, 30-year veterans and you are running past them in a moment where the playing field is level, you just are doing you, it says that now I have the playbook and the formula for the rest of my career. It's just be a pace setter. Everything you do, you level up. Everything that you try to go do, you focus on level up. You never ever round down. You never get complacent. You swing for the fences. We had a huge competitor. In every market I went into, the battles against competitor were very, very tough. They were strong. So I was already locked in that I had a competitive battle. So for me, it was always, I have to go in places and lift people up. I have to inspire. I have to create new playbooks. I have to push boundaries. I have to set new boundaries. I have to create tension in a lot of cases. And I did that. And it wasn't always popular. There were, there might have been some surveys at the end of a tenure when I was there. Hey, I'm glad he's gone and this, that, and the other. But what happened years and years later when I showed back up in a bigger role, Derek, the place hadn't been the same since you left.
Wow.
Because the elevation package.
Wow.
And so what I, in my mind, said, now this is a experience that you can take through your whole life. And I talk about this a lot. It's the 3 R's: results, relationships, and reputation. And so I tell people, if you are really superior in those 3 pillars, you will achieve the highest level of success possible in your professional life, in your personal life, in your spiritual life. You can't cherry pick. A lot of people only focus on one of the pillars. They're very good at focusing on one. I'm great at my numbers. Yes, but your relationship management is actually mediocre, if not subpar, because people don't trust you. You're not seen as a collaborator. You're seen as kind of playing your own game. That hurts you on the relationship side. That costs you a lot of rooms to get in. And your reputation. Some people don't worry about their brand. Your brand's being affected every second of the day. Every second of the day. So if you're not focused on all 3 of those pillars and working those every day, you can't be the best version of yourself. And people get stuck at only one part of the pillar. Some people only focus on relationships. Wow. It's all about who you know. And guess what? They're not good performers. Or their brand is not really good. Some people only focus on their brand. And they're not good at relationships. They're not good at getting numbers. So guess what happens? You get passed over. I've been in the rooms. I've been in those conversations. Now, I fought for people in those rooms saying, hey, this person deserves another shot at this. Don't write this person off. We haven't given her or him the right opportunity. Let's focus on giving him her the right opportunity. So Derek, you support these people. You support this person. I absolutely, because I know these people. I worked with them for a long, long time.
Wow.
All right, we'll give it a shot because you're here and you say it's good. You have to fight for people.
Right.
And we don't fight for each other, the same thing. Now, when I get back, I'm having that conversation about the 3 R's. Hey, today, in that conversation, you are gapped on one of these 3 R's. You need to step up. Let's talk about how you're going to do that. And once you do that, it's all tailwind for you. If you don't, you're still going to have the headwinds and wonder why people get jobs in front of you and why people get brought in front of you. It's not a racial thing. It's all performance, man. It's performance.